Hello, good morning, Algebra 1 students. Today we're going to be doing converting between different units. All right, what do I mean by that? Is we're going to be doing converting from a percent to a decimal, convert from a decimal to a percent, convert from a fraction to a percent, convert from a fraction to a decimal. All right, so let's look at a few examples and see exactly what we'll be doing. So on our first example here, we have 91% as a decimal. So here, I'm going to have 91% divided by 100%, and here you see the units cancel. So what am I left with is 91 divided by 100. And when you go ahead and you plug it into decimals, or you plug it into your calculator or your phone, here you're going to get 0.91. All right, 0.91, and this is going to be your answer in IXL. All right, so as you can see, it's pretty simple. We just got to know which one we're converted from. So here it says write 0.44 as a percentage. So one of the things that we can do is we're going to take this number 0.44 and I'm going to multiply this number by 100. All right, I'm going to multiply this by 100 and it's going to give me 44. So once it gives me 44, the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and add my percent sign. So it is 44%. All right, if you remember back in 8th grade or 7th grade, they tell you whenever you're changing from a decimal to a percentage, you simply just going to move your decimal places to two places. All right, so you go 1, 2, which would still be 44%. All right, so let's look at another example here. All right, so now we're going from a fraction. We're going from writing a fraction as a percentage. So there are multiple ways of doing this. All right, remember there's no set way of doing it. So the first thing, one of the ways that you can do it is you can say, right, I'm going to divide 3 over 10. If you're going to divide 3 over 100, right? If you divide this, when you plug this in your calculator, you're going to get, all you got to do is just do 3 divided by 100, all right? So if I do 3 divided by 100, I'm going to get, like you see here, in your calculator, you're going to get 0.03, right? So 0.03, but that is not your percentage, because what I'm going to do, if you remember how here we were able to convert from a decimal to a percent, so all I would do is just multiply this by 100, all right? And if I multiply this by 100, it will give me 3. So all I would do is just add my percent, which is 3%. Another way that we can do this is we can say, all right, I'm going to take 3 over 100 and I'm going to multiply this by 100, all right, which is the same thing as 100 over 100, right? When I cancel across, the hundreds cancel across, so all I'm left with is 3 over 1, which is the same thing as 3%. All right, again, remember there's no set way of completing these. All right, so let's look at another one, right? 78% as a fraction. All right, so we're going to take 78% and we're going to write this as a fraction. So let's look at it. 78%, what am I going to do? 78 divided by 100, all right? 78 divided by 100, that's pretty much what we're going to do. But we got to ensure that we reduce these fraction here. So I look at 78 and I look at 100 and I ask myself, what numbers can go into both 78 and 100 without a remainder? So I said, all right, I'm going to divide 78 by 2 and I'm going to divide 100 by 2, which this ends up giving me 39 over 50. So whenever you get a fraction, you always have to simplify it. So 39 over 2 is the same thing as 78 over 100. So this is my answer, and this is what I'm going to input in IXL. All right? Boom. Let's look at another one. All right, we're going to look at a few more. So we have, right, 120% as a decimal. How do I do that? To write a percentage as a decimal, simply I'm going to divide by 100. So I'm going to take 120 divided by 100. I guess you can write the percentage, all right? So the percentages cancel. So these cancel. So all I have is 120 divided by 100, which is going to give me, when you plug this in your calculator, it's going to give you 1.2. All right? So if you plug this in decimals, you're going to get 1.2, and this would be your answer. Another one here. We got right as a fraction. So first we're writing this one as a, so first we wrote this one as a decimal here, but now we're going to be writing this one as a percent. So all we gotta do is divide. We're gonna write this one as a fraction, sorry. So all I'm gonna do is divide it by 100. But again, I have to make sure that I reduce to the simplest form. So I look at 120 and 100 and I ask myself, what numbers can go, what's the highest common factor? The highest common factor here is 25. So if I divide both of these by 25 here, right, it's going to give me 25 into 125 goes 5 times, 25 into 100 goes 4. So in decimals, I'm going to put 5 divided by 4. All right. Sorry. Let's go ahead and look at one more. And then you guys have one Excel that you're going to complete, which should be nothing crazy. So we're going to write 13 over 25 as a percentage. So I'm going to show you this two ways again. So if I got 13 divided by 25, right? One of the things that I can do is I can say, all right, what's 13 divided by 25? So if I plug 13 divided by 25 in my calculator, all right, it's going to give me 0.52 here. So I'm going to say this is 0.52. All right, and then I can take 0.52 and multiply this by 100, and it's going to give me 52%. Remember, don't forget your percent sign once you put your answers in. But another thing that I could also do is I could take this 13 over 25 and I could multiply this by 100. Remember, it's, if you write 100, it's 100 over 1. It's the same thing as 100, right? And then I can say, all right, I can simplify this, right? 25 into itself goes 1. 25 into 100 goes 4 times. So now I have 13 times 4, which is going to give me 52. And then again, remember, do not leave your percent sign. Boom. So that's it. Again, if you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out to myself, Mr. Del Santo, or Ms. Ferrer. I'll be happy to help you guys. Come to office hours and I'll be happy to help you. If you have any misassignments, try to use the time wisely to make these up, all right? All right, have a lovely day.